Have you ever sat alone at night, staring at the ceiling, asking yourself, why is my life like this? Did I really choose this path? Or was it written for me all along? My brother, my sister, you are not alone. Almost every soul at some point struggles with this burning question. Do I truly have free will, or is everything already destined by Allah? And this question is not just philosophy. It affects how you live, how you make choices, how you see your failures, and how you rise after every fall. But here's the secret. Understanding the balance between free will and destiny can reset your entire mindset and change the way you see every test in life. You see, Islam teaches us something incredibly beautiful. You are not a helpless leaf blown by the wind of fate, nor are you an independent ruler of your own world. You are both responsible for your choices, yet moving within the wisdom of Allah's plan. And that realization can turn your confusion into clarity and your despair into peace. The Quran says, indeed, Allah does not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. Surah Ar-Raid 13:11. This verse shows us that we are not powerless. Your effort matters. Your choices matter. If destiny was just fixed with no space for choice, why would Allah tell us to change ourselves? But at the same time, Allah also says, and you do not will except that Allah wills. Surah At-Takwir 81:29. This verse reminds us that our will is never above His. He is the ultimate controller. And this is where the balance lies. You walk with your will, but Allah decides the outcome with His wisdom. Think of it like planting a seed. You choose the soil, you water it, you put in the effort. That's your free will. But whether it rains, whether the plant grows, whether it bears fruit, that is destiny. You do your part, but the results are from Allah. Now let me ask you this. How many times have you planned something in life, only to see it break apart? You studied for months but failed the exam. You loved someone deeply but they walked away. You worked hard in your career but the promotion never came. At that moment your heart screams, why, Allah? Was this all written? Did I have no control? But what if I told you that both things are true at once? Yes, you had control, you chose to study, to love, to work hard. But Allah, out of His infinite wisdom, decided the outcome. And that outcome, even if painful, is never against you. It is always for you. Because Allah's plan is not just destiny, it's mercy. The Prophet said, be keen on what benefits you, seek help from Allah, and do not lose heart. If something befalls you, do not say, if only I had done this or that, it would have been different. Instead say, Qadarallahu wa ma shafal. Allah has decreed, and what He wills He does. Sahih Muslim. This hadith is a complete reset for your mindset. It tells you, put your best effort, rely on Allah, and then surrender your heart to His decree. No regrets, no endless what-ifs. My brother, my sister, imagine how freeing this is. When you fail, you don't drown in self-blame, you trust Allah. When you succeed, you don't drown in arrogance, you thank Allah. When you're lost in between, you don't freeze. You keep walking, knowing Allah's wisdom covers the unseen. But let me take you deeper. There's a secret about destiny that many forget. Allah wrote everything 50,000 years before the creation of the heavens and the earth. That includes your birth, your tests, your struggles, even the tears that fall from your eyes. Yet, in His mercy, He gave you choice within that destiny. You are responsible for your intention, for your effort, for your taqwa. That's why on the day of judgment, nobody can say, I sinned because it was written. No, you sinned because you chose it. And nobody can say, I obeyed because it was forced. No, you obeyed because you wanted Allah's pleasure. So how do we live with this balance without going insane? Here's the mindset reset. Do your best as if you own the outcome, but surrender your heart as if you own nothing. That's Islam. That's peace. Let's be real. In today's world, people are anxious, depressed, paralyzed by overthinking. They ask, what if I fail? What if I make the wrong choice? What if my destiny is failure anyway? But listen to this. Even if your plan breaks, Allah's plan never breaks. Even if your heart shatters, Allah is preparing to rebuild it stronger. Even if you lose everything, Allah is writing a story you cannot yet see. And that story is better than what you would have written for yourself. The Quran comforts us. Perhaps you hate a thing and it is good for you, and perhaps you love a thing and it is bad for you. Allah knows, while you know not. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:216. This is not just theory, it's life. Think of the times you begged for something and didn't get it, only to realize later that it would have destroyed you. Or the times you cried over what you lost, only to see Allah replace it with something far better. My brother, my sister, this is where faith shines. Faith is not just saying, I believe. Faith is walking into tomorrow with courage, knowing that no matter what happens, it is within Allah's perfect decree. So, when you stand at the crossroads of life, wondering whether your steps matter, remember, your free will is your test, but destiny is Allah's gift. Use your free will to choose good, to strive for excellence, to avoid sin. And once you've done your part, hand over the pen to Allah and let Him write the rest. Because He writes with wisdom, with mercy, with love. And here's the last reminder. The balance of free will and destiny is not meant to confuse you. It's meant to free you. Free from regret. Free from arrogance. Free from fear of the unknown. Because when you trust Allah, there is no wrong path. Every path He guides you to is the right one for your soul. So reset your mindset today. Stop asking, what if? Start saying, whatever Allah writes for me, it is for my good. Plant your seed, water it with effort, shine it with dua, and then let the outcome belong to Allah. My brother, my sister, your choices matter, but Allah's mercy surrounds them. Your efforts count, but Allah's wisdom completes them. And your destiny, it's not against you, it's for you. Trust Him, surrender to Him, walk with Him, and you will never be lost. So the next time life doesn't go your way, don't break, don't blame, don't drown in regret. Remember, you have free will to strive, and Allah has destiny to protect. Trust His wisdom, live with peace, and share this reminder with someone who feels stuck between their choices and their fate. Because sometimes, one mindset reset is all it takes to find peace in the storm.